Back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the one and only Drew Lurvey from Linden Football. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. So a few weeks ago, I think maybe I don't know, was it a week, 2 weeks? I don't know. Regardless, you announced that you're going to Michigan Tech to continue your football career. Um, what went into that? And I know obviously you're still recovering from the big from the injury that you had from this season. So first off, how are you doing? And then second off, why'd you go why Tech?
Uh, my body's feeling better. Finally getting back to where I was at the start of the season with my body 100%. But obviously, the high ankle sprain just took forever to heal because that's how they all do. So, yeah, body's getting better. Been in physical therapy. And honestly, what made me choose Tech was, after that last game of the year, I got an email and they invited me up there. And so I was like, you know what? Hell, I'll go do it, just see what it's like. And I went up there and my whole family was up there, and of course, it was like a blizzard going. We crossed the bridge, 4 more hours. It was all just a blizzard. It was like a 4 hour drive, but it took us six. So we were going up there, and as soon as we got up there, it just felt like home. They were so kind to us. Everyone was just like it felt normal. It wasn't like nothing was weird. Everyone was normal. They were just talking like we'd known each other for 10 years. You wouldn't even be able to tell a difference. So that's what made me pick Tech because they made me feel at home. And I know distance is a big thing. Like for me, I'm a big family kid, and so I love being home with my family, and that's family time is over everything. But my parents made it clear to me that they'd be up there a lot, and they liked that the best as well. So it was more of a mutual like family decision than what it was just me. Obviously, they value me over their own minds, but still, it was the whole family liked it more than any other place that we'd been.
So yeah, I mean, what was the UP? I mean, you just kind of talked about it, but driving all the way up to the UP and stuff, and obviously you've seen what Tech's been able to do the last few years.
Yeah.
Um, when you went for your official visit, what was it like when you went there?
So I'd never been to the UP before. Like I'd been across the bridge, but like briefly. It was like 15 minutes just to go across and come back whenever I was like six. So I don't even remember. But then it just feels like a whole different country. It does not feel like Michigan at all. It's a lot more hilly. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot more hilly, and the cold. It really isn't that much colder. It's more just a lot more snow. Like it was just like snowing nonstop the whole time I was there. So maybe a snowmobile will be in the process of being bought here soon. But yeah,
Yeah. Um, so let's talk about the rest of this year. I know you're obviously still trying to recover from the injuries and stuff like that. So, I mean, we're in February at time of recording. What are you counting down the days? Are you trying to soak it all in? Where are we at with that?
I'm trying to soak it all in right now. Last couple of months of senior year, so it's kind of it's sad, but at the same time, I'm ready to take that next step and get going on in life. So yeah, I'm just trying to take it all in while I can, and then summer hits, the month and a half that I have before I go up there, I'm definitely going to take that in and have some fun. And yeah,
I mean, I know we already talked about what football means and what Linden football means, but what does this town kind of mean to you? Because I know you have a very well-known family in Linden. What has this town kind of meant to you growing up?
yeah. The town means everything to me. It's very just you know nice to say I could go into Alpine right now and I'd have some old person just look at me and like know who I am, and I'd shake their hand and they'd know me and I'd know them. It's a cool thing. And so that's kind of part of the reason I picked Tech, 'cause it's like that small town vibe where everyone knows everyone, and it's some people hate it, some people love it, and I just love it. I've always been a hometown kid, so I'm definitely coaching at Linden is definitely in my future at some point. So
Well, I mean the names that have come back. I mean, you look at what Brendan's doing right now with the basketball program. I think I know there's some other names that are going to be there or are already there.
mhm.
So yeah, so we'll probably join that train from there. All right, there's one more thing I have to ask you. Obviously, I think everybody knows what today is a time of recording. Who you got today? Chiefs or Eagles?
Eagles for sure. I hate Patrick Mahomes, so I hope that he loses, and I hope that he loses bad. He will never be better than Tom Brady ever. That will never happen. He's Jalen Hurts all day, all day.
Okay. All right. All right, Drew, thank you so much for the time as always. Congrats on going to Tech, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you. I appreciate it.